Casie Kozyrkov, and I, of course, will not be talking about AI by talking about AI. Folks, I want to talk about the millions of conversations that we're all having simultaneously in parallel with one another, where we're thinking that we talk to one another, but we are not at all. See, everyone has the incentive these days to be AI, 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 forgetting that we're using that word in different ways. For some people, it's the generative AI revolution. For some people, it's still algorithms. For some people, it's that monolithic enterprise AI approach. But unfortunately, when we have these AI systems that are actually some tiny piece within a much larger technological stack, and we try to tell everybody that the whole thing is AI and the whole thing is the same, and wait, the whole thing is also reliable, trustworthy, inclusive, user-friendly, we set expectations. And we set dangerous expectations among people. So I want us to think a moment about the role that setting these kinds of expectations plays with leaders, with people. Think for a moment, I'll give you an example. With Google, if Google sets user expectations for years and years, that what you'll get is correct, first time, one shot, and then you want to release something like an LLM that fundamentally is supposed to hallucinate, unless you build a whole lot of control logic and make the system something else. But let's say you're just going to release that hallucinatory thing. Imagine what happens when people trust it and then things go wrong. This is a fundamental communication issue that we are all pushing. We all want to say, we're doing AI, all of it's the same, all of it's the whole thing, all of it's the everything of AI. And I bet that a lot of you have been hearing today's talks, and the track that you have heard is totally different from what the person next to you heard. So I just want to remind you, we, technical people, we learned to say, let X equals, define our terms carefully, and then we can have a conversation. And if we lose that ability here with systems where the trust conversation really is very tricky, we could have very bad outcomes. So that's my provocative statement. I pass it over to you, Alan.